Nevertheless, I decided that you should be given the chance to do so. However, the deplorable condition in which you have left the constituency office, after removing your installed windows and doors, together with your stated insistence that you will leave the party if you're not the candidate, make me realize that the integrity committee were right. And then he goes on. As previously discussed, if you do, and what is that do? If you go ahead and earn political capital by supporting the party's candidate in the constituency, you will be afforded the opportunity to use your considerable talents to play a meaningful role in the next PNP government. So a man who could not meet the threshold, the fit and proper threshold to be a candidate for parliament, you're offering him a position in government. And what is that position? According to Mr. Rowe, that position, based on Mr. Rowe's Facebook posts on December 30, he said, this happened on December 30. The Facebook posts were done last Saturday. The General Secretary called to inform me that the party leader had committed to the following: one of 13 Senate appointments, board membership at a housing agency, and $15 million in resources. $15 million in resources. Interesting choice of words, resources, not cash. So it could be a blend of cash and materials and whatever. Time for the break. Let me pick it up after the break.
But guys, I know this integrity commission where them are read about this, I know, is not the integrity commission, you know. Is the PMP's one internal. They are not as thorough as the regular integrity commission, you know. And if he could not pass their scrutiny, but Mark said, nonetheless, I will give you the chance, same way. And that is the man who come and tell Andrew, based on what the integrity commission say, I think you need to step aside. Pupa G. Hold on the people. Me need one backlash compare. Right, me need a backlash. Anybody no compare? Can give me a shot? This requires some compare if you trust out. Right? The man say, even though you don't meet the threshold of the integrity commission, I, as the party leader, which means having good integrity is not a prerequisite for join Mark Golden Party. Having integrity is not a prerequisite for join Mark Golden Party. These are the people that is, you see why them corrupt the integrity commission, so? Because them not believe in it. They don't believe in it. So you make them the offer, say, me I go put you in, but if you play ball with me, I can guarantee you one of the 13 Senate appointments where we have, I'm going to put you on some board and we're going to give you some taxpayers' money. Just like the money where we get to the gunman them in a Spanish town. We're going to give you some. Well, and they're back.
So I'm going through the letter of January 10, 2025 to Lawrence Rowe.
For all you cricket fans, this is not Yaga Rowe here.
Has been dumped.
It's not Yaga Rowe.
People's National Party. as its caretaker for Central Kingston. The letter is written by Mr. Mark Golding, the president of the People's National Party, to Mr. Rowe. And this letter ought to be read in tandem with a very lengthy post on Facebook last Saturday by Mr. Rowe, who is obviously pissed, angry, and is threatening to bring down the house, to burn it down, it would seem. But more on that. But what is astounding for me is that Mark Golding, who is not yet Prime Minister elect, so like Donald Trump is President elect, Mark Golding is not Prime Minister elect. Mark Golding in this letter promises a man who, according to Mr. Golding, is not fit and proper to enter the parliament as a candidate on behalf of the People's National Party. Lawrence Rowe, according to the letter here from Mr. Golding, is not fit and proper. He says in the letter, the Integrity Committee did not approve you as fit and proper to proceed as a candidate, but nevertheless, I decided that you should be given the chance to do so. However, listen to the reasoning. The deplorable condition in which you have left the constituency office, after removing your installed windows and doors, together with your stated insistence that you will leave the party if you are not the candidate, make me realize that the Integrity Committee were right. Oh, that is the reason? Well, the Integrity Committee didn't know about any vandalizing of the constituency office, nor his insistence that he would believe in the party after being told, no, you won't be the candidate. The Integrity Committee did not know of those reasons. It would have had to use other reasons to come to its decision that Rowe is not a fit and proper person to represent the People's National Party in a parliamentary election. And on that basis, they said to the party, don't go
What
there.
were those reasons?
And Mr. Golding, in a display of poor judgment, questionable judgment, decided nevertheless to go with him. And the same Mr. Golding who says, you have proven the Integrity Committee right, now turns around in the same letter and writes, as previously discussed, if you remain loyal to the party, stay with the party, you will be afforded the opportunity to use your considerable talents to play a meaningful role in the next PNP government. What do we have here? Sleaze, corruption. This is what we have here. Sleaze and corruption. Nothing less, nothing more. I'm not going to join those who are speculating as to what Mr. Rowe may have had on them. That is pointless. I'm going by Mr. Golding's written words, which is the other thing that astounds me. Mr. Golding is an experienced commercial lawyer. He's certainly not a well-experienced politician. And this again bears that out. going down this path of political expediency. And I understand that. You commit this to writing. You commit this to writing, Mr. Prime Minister-elect, because he was beginning to behave as if he's beginning to behave that he's Prime Minister-elect.
I'm DJ Potter. It is live. It's not a recording.
To Lawrence's Facebook posts, on December 30, the General Secretary called to inform me that the party leader had committed to the following: one of the 13 Senate appointments. So he's not fit and proper to contest a parliamentary election, but he's being promised a seat in the upper house of Parliament. What madness! What can go so?
Say it again, Cliff.
What can go so? He's not fit and proper to contest as a parliamentary candidate, but you turn around and is promising him a seat in the upper house, the review chamber of the Parliament, the chamber that is to review legislation coming from the lower house.
Hey, hey.
What do we have here? Where is the experience in the leadership of the People's National Party?
All right, Lou.
Wise heads. This is basic politics 101. Mark Golding doesn't understand governance. He doesn't. And then another promise, board membership at a housing agency. Why? Why a housing agency? I don't know. And $15 million. He also explained, that is the General Secretary, that the party was experiencing a cash flow crisis. He requested a withdrawal letter, but I informed him that I would first report to my executive on January 2, 2025. So what they are saying, you withdraw as a constituency caretaker, clearing the way for us to publicize that you are no longer the caretaker, and then we buy your silence, hush money. This is what hush money is about. $15 million in resources. Can somebody tell me that this is not a hush money scandal? Tell me. If this is not a hush money scandal, what is it? You know, Mr. Golding, Dr. Campbell need to speak to the Jamaican people about this. They need to tell us whether, for example, what Rowe has posted, is it a lie? Did he lie in the posts? And I asked that question because Mr. Rowe's reputation, you know, since the story started to emerge last week, has taken a hit. He lied to this organization. When we called him last week and said, we are being told that you are going to be removed, that you were virtually removed. He said, no, no, no. And all sources, the PNP told us that part of the reason that had upset the party was that he had vandalized the party's Central Kingston constituency head offices. Well, you have that clip, Nora, with the Mr. Rowe saying, no, it's not vandalization. It's renovation. We are renovating the constituency office. Yeah, listen to him.
We are going into a general election campaign, and the office is being retrofitted for that purposes. So there is no vandalism at the constituency office. my understanding is that I'm still the candidate.
He was being very economical with the truth. It was retrofitting. Well, the party leader, in his letter of January 10 to him, said the deplorable condition in which you left the constituency office after removing your installed windows and doors, together with your stated insistence that you will leave the party if you are not the candidate, make me realize that the Integrity Committee members were right. So he lied to us. And yet, Dayton Campbell, according to Rowe and Mark Golding, had committed to give him a seat in the Senate, a board membership at a housing agency, and $15 million in resources. What
Can go so?
Mark Golding and Dayton Campbell will have to tell the people of Jamaica and the members and supporters of the People's National Party what the dickens is happening here. They will have to. What is happening here? This is basic politics, you know. Parties have problems choosing candidates, especially this close to an election. Yeah? Politics are full of people with egos. Yeah? And you have to manage the process. So I can understand Golding wanting to manage the process. But you don't do it this way. You don't. He has exposed himself. He has tipped his hand. He's going to spark trust, questions of trust and confidence. He's not yet Prime Minister. He's not yet Prime Minister elect. And he's offering Senate appointments. What else is he offering for sale?
And who did he offer it to?
$15 million, a going price to vacate a seat. So how much can I get a seat for? 30? Twice the sum to vacate? Come on, man. No. After the break, your calls.
Ah, my people. If I've said it once, I have said it 1,000 times. Me say, whatever the PMP accuse you of, rest assured it is something they have done or it is something they are